Thank you for watching the first video on one of the largest film exhibitors on the Southern Hemisphere, Ster-Kinekor Cinemas. Please check out my other videos on the history of South African cinema, and don't forget to follow, like and share the videos. There's a continuation on the first video on how Ster-Kinekor Cinemas company came about. By 1909, filmmakers were getting better at making films, and film screenings were the primary source of entertainment. So dedicated movie houses, then called electric cinemas, were also establishing themselves, resulting in the first electric theatre being built in Durban and opened July 29th in 1909. However, this was during the rule of the great oppression system called apartheid. But transformation in history would happen December 11th, 1910, when the Rajab brothers opened the first dedicated electric theatre for colored people only, primarily Indians, in Durban on the corner of Grey and Lone Streets. Unfortunately, this was bad timing for the Rajab brothers because of the entertainment industry being bankrupt due to overexploitation. But it wasn't until 1913 that Schlesinger came into the picture to rescue the South African film industry circuit. To do so, the first step Isidore Schlesinger took was to purchase major similar companies, African Amalgamated Theatres and Empire Theatres Company in Johannesburg. Like a true businessman, Isidore converted the insolvent businesses into a flourishing business named African Consolidated Theatres. This provided a central organization for the national distribution of movies and variety shows from the Cape of Good Hope to the Zambezi River. This also led to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer and 20th Century Fox entering the local market. By 1951, Isidore Schlesinger ventured into the cinema or movie theater business, and this new venture saw a new relationship being formed with his longtime competitor, Kinemas SA, to form a new film importing and distribution agency called African Film Trust to build the so-called bioscopes, aka movie theaters throughout South Africa, or converting live theaters for this purpose, often as a hybrid theatrical space offering both forms of entertainment.
And this here, the African Consolidated Films, this is an original hand-painted glass mat that was used in the 20th Century Fox African Consolidated Film trademark.
Unfortunately, the first man to own a film production studio in Johannesburg, South Africa, would pass away March 1st, 1949 at age 77 and be buried at the Zebediela estate in Limpopo, which he had founded, leaving behind his entire enterprise of real estate, a cinema chain empire worth $84 million to his then 26-year-old son, John Samuel Schlesinger. A game-changing sale would take place in 1955 when African Consolidated Theatres sold to a major Hollywood film studio. That's after John Schlesinger took over his dad's empire, and his first move was selling off his pet chain of bioscopes to 20th Century Fox for $28 million.
Mr. Edward F. Lomber, Managing Director of 20th Century Fox in South Africa, signs a contract with the Director of State Information, Mr. Pete Mehring, to give worldwide release to information films made in South Africa. Movie and television outlets are included, and State Information Office films, which reached an estimated audience of 100 million last year, will take a tremendous step towards being viewed by a potential 400 million in numerous countries. And so the true story of South Africa will be brought to vast audiences throughout the world.
However, a decade later, in 1969, 20th Century Fox would sell to Sanlam, which was one of the many pet chain insurance companies Isidore Schlesinger owned, that already owned Ster Films and Ster Theatres.